Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you what tiles that I've been buying from Amazon. Yes, you're probably wondering, Ryan, what you got? What you been buying? Well, I've got all sorts, mate. Well, basically I've got like 6 tiles that I've got from the 213 range. Basically like similar like what HMV doing, but you know, if you're on Prime, you get your title straight away for the next day, which I did. I paid like 49 pence to just upgrade me bloody Prime account just for the week. That's basically second thoughts. I need a bloody cancel it after I've done this video. So I'm going to be showing you what I've got. I've got about like £10 off as well, which was really good. So I've got like 4 tiles for like £16 because of the discounts that was like coming together, which was really cool. So plus I got like 2 more for just paid 213 quid for. So yeah, I've got plenty to show you. I might as well show you now instead of me rambling on. But anyway, I'm Ryan of Let's Get Kicking Movies. As I always say, let's bring on the destruction, baby. Right, so let's get straight into it. So the first one we've got right here, it's a spy espionage movie. It's directed by Alfred Hitchcock. It stars Cary Grant, Eva Van Sant, and James Mason. It's basically like all about this advertiser who's like, you know, living normal lives. Like, you know, he's going to meals, going to meeting other people, other investors. Soon one day he gets mistaken for a different man, and he ends up like getting abducted by these people. So he ends up meeting this like the person of this like agency is like asking for help and stuff, but Cary Grant's character, he refuses, and he ends up getting framed for murder, and now he's on a run trying to figure out who is this man he's being mistaken as, why is he being chased for, and find out what is going on. And the movie I'm talking about right now, it's Alfred Hitchcock's North by Northwest. Oh yes, I've actually seen half this movie because I had so many issues trying to watch it. I was watching on streaming, so like, you know, I rented it. It was like £1, I believe it was. It was a deal on at the minute. I was like, oh, I'm gonna check this out. I was getting very into it until I realised the bloody thing stopped. Bastard fucking internet. It's always a problem with internet when you try to watch stuff. I was like getting very invested with Cary Grant's character and how he's like solving this mystery. And then, because the whole thing stopped, I couldn't get my bloody internet to work, so I had to bloody call Virgin up, the fucking Virgin bastards, to try to get that sorted out. So I was very ashamed. Like, I really wanted to finish the movie. I wanted to find out who is this like certain character is. But now I've got it on Blu-ray. I'm glad to have this beautiful cover. This is the 50th anniversary edition. I wouldn't really call it like a pro anniversary edition, but this has got an absolute beautiful transfer, which I absolutely do believe, because I've looked at it. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. You do get Dolby True HD on here. The Dolby True HD is really cool. You can change it to Dolby Digital if you want to, if the volume gets like a bit too rough or too loud for you guys. But it's a really cool release. I love that artwork. Plus, like, Mount Rushmore you might not see because of the glare, and Cary running away from the it was done in the famous poster and the famous scene. So yeah, North by Northwest. And now we are going into a movie that's directed by Sergio Leone, who's famous for directing The Man with No Name trilogy, which stars Clint Eastwood, and also with Robert De Niro in Once Upon a Time in America. This is another spaghetti western that was released in '68, and it also stars Henry Fonda. If you don't know, Henry Fonda was actually supposed to star in A Few Dollars More, but due to like scheduling issues, it had to be cancelled, so Lee Van Cleef took over the role for that, and so he ended up starring in this one right here. It's basically like all about these guys who have like different storylines together. They come together. One man is suffering from the death of his family by like a rival gang or something. The other guy, who's like, you know, he's very popular, but he ends up getting framed for murder because an absolute slaughter. So he's on the run, while this other man, who I believe it's like losing his faith, but he wants to like take it out on like other people, so he gains revenge. And the movie I'm talking about right now is Once Upon a Time in the West. I absolutely looking forward to seeing this. Because like, this is like part of like, you know, the two movies that was like the Once Upon a Time series, like a 2-movie collection. Because you had like Once Upon a Time in America, but this one's set in the West. And I'm really looking forward to seeing like what experience, like what I would get from this one. I don't think it's going to be anything like the Man with No Name trilogy, which I'm thinking hopefully good, because like one thing I heard about, you know, A Fistful of Dollars, that movie is actually a remake to Yojimbo. You know, the Japanese movie came out in the early 60s. And then when I found that out, it was really insane, really insane. And yeah, this is going to be a really cool one to watch. I want to see like where the story goes, where the characters are going to build up about the movie, and figuring out why Claudia Carradine's in this movie. Unless she is related to John Carradine, or she's the daughter of David Carradine, I believe it is. I don't know, I'm getting mixed up with any bloody Carradines, because there's so many. So yeah, Once Upon a Time in the West, I'm looking forward to checking that one out. Right, so the next one we've got right here is a movie that is set in a prison. Basically all about Paul Newman. He goes into prison, yeah, but he starts to like, you know, regret like what he's done, and he's not like agreeing with like the prison rules, like what's going on around him. So he ends up escaping from prison, which leads him to like getting into trouble. The authorities are after him, all that kind of stuff. Because you know what, he thinks he's cool. That's basically what it is, and it's called Cool Hand Luke. I am very looking forward to seeing this one. So yeah, I didn't know I was going to get an iconic slipcover, which is really good, so I can add another one to the collection. But this is the official artwork, which you do see there, of Cool Hand Luke. This is maybe a deluxe edition. There's nothing really a deluxe about it. You only get a new documentary, which I'll look on the back. And I've got a quote from here. What we've got here is failure to communicate. So this one looks very interesting to see. I'm wondering like how Luke is gonna like proceed without this movie. Is he gonna escape from prison? Is he gonna get caught? Or is he like gonna go against the rules and get himself stuck in the box? So that's one thing I'm gonna see right there. And yeah, I'm a really big fan of prison dramas. I'm a big fan of Prison Break. I also like yeah, I like Scum. That's another one that's set in the Borstal, but it's a very fucking shocking movie. Animal Factory's a good one. American History X, which I'm looking forward to seeing one day. So yeah, this is also which I want to say. So I can't really talk about much about this movie until I watch it. So Cool Hand Luke. And the next one we got right here, so the one that also stars Paul Newman and Steve McQueen. So this one's basically like I'll set in this like big massive skyscraper, but soon I realised there's been faulty wiring that's been hooked up into the whole building, which ends up the whole building going set up in light. The movie is like around like 2 hours and 40 odd minutes long, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how this big massive explosion comes to succeed, and how will these people get out. And the movie I'm talking about right now is The Towering Inferno. Look at that lovely art style right there. Directed by Irwin Allen, who I haven't even heard of that director before, which is going to be very interesting. If he's done like any other movies that are well known, that I do know or have seen, I'm going to be very astonished when I find out. But this like art style, seeing the explosion that's coming out of the building, and seeing the people like on top trying to escape, this is going to be very suspenseful, I can tell. It's going to be a very hard watch, because I do like disaster movies, but this is like what could happen in real life, which we would see. Seeing like how the building gets blown up, it's going to be beyond me. But I heard this has got a really beautiful transfer, which I did then put into my Blu-ray player to check it out. And my god, they were fucking right. Yeah, they were right. This is a beautiful transfer. But this cut is filmed in Panavision, which is really good. You do get the Dolby True HD, I believe it is. If I am right, I am a legend. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes. So The Towering Inferno. So the next one we've got right here is a movie that stars Jon Voight and Burt Reynolds. It's literally like a group of friends who go off into this like wilderness in the middle of nowhere, just to find out that the locals are not who they say to be. They're going out on the normal fishing trip. The locals like start to get pissy, and they end up having to risk their life to try and get out of this forest before they get killed themselves. And it's literally up to them to survive. And the movie is called Deliverance. I've been wanting to see this for a very long time. It always intrigues me, like how this story of like few people just wanted to go out and fish, but they didn't get to do that, did they? So I want to see like how Burt Reynolds doesn't have a fucking mustache. It's just like, it looks so weird, man. How Burt Reynolds without a mustache? Fuck me, it was literally astonishing when I found out, when I looked at the cover. So, I heard there's meant to be a very, very bad scene in this movie, which contains of like sexual misconduct or something like that, like rape, I believe it is. And it's meant to be a very serious scene, so that's why it got its 18 rating. I do hope I do get to see like how these guys are going to get out of this forest. Are they going to survive? Are they going to, one of them going to die? You just don't know. So this is Deliverance, and I'm going to can't wait to see how it goes. I have one thing I would say: the colorization on this movie it's alright. It's still a good transfer. You can still see them clearly, but how it was filmed, it's an alright transfer. But yeah, Deliverance. That's just a little nitpick I've got right there. And now, this is a movie that inspired Joker. It stars Robert De Niro, who also starred in Joker, and Jerry Lewis. Basically, it's all about this comic who's like literally wants to be famous. He wants to get out there in the world. So he ends up meeting this talk show host who's like very famous, and he tries to like communicate with him, trying asking him like questions like how he can go into the industry, but leads to going into various situational ways. It's a bit more like a lot of satire going on in this movie. So he ends up like, you know, doing a lot of stuff that he regrets doing. He gets up to all sorts. That's just what I'm thinking from the top of my head. But I haven't seen this movie, so I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes. It is a Martin Scorsese film. It's one of his secret masterpieces that flopped at the box office, but it's gained a really big massive which gained a big massive cult following during the years. And the movie I'm talking about is The King Comedy. I did not know this had a Blu-ray release in the UK. I'm really glad it did. It's a very interesting movie. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I just wanted to see like what kind of like things that like gain its inspiration for Joker to come out, because like is this like all about this like one dude who wants to become comic because he's like insane in a way? Well, I'm gonna have to say for myself. I'm looking forward to seeing Robert De Niro's performance in this. I think he could do a really good job, and Jerry Lewis was a very interesting choice to play the talk host. So I'm wondering like how his comedic themes can go towards to this movie. Like, what kind of person is he? Is he true or what you see behind the camera? Like, does he like spotlight? I don't know. I have to see like where it goes. I have checked the actual transfer on this movie itself, and it absolutely looks beautiful as how it looks beautiful. And the art style that they use for it as well, I'm trying to get without the glare and stuff. It looks very interesting. Just a normal standard one, and seeing like what goes on in the movie, and it's a PG as well, which is very interesting. So it might not be that bad. So it says yeah, it's got mild language and sex references. So let's see where it goes. So yeah, that's The King Comedy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. If you want to see like any more content in the next couple of weeks, like any new stuff you want to see on the channel that has not been done, leave a comment down below, because we've got all sorts to go through, because I've still got a big batch of parcels to go through vintage. We also got a Clint Eastwood massive stack to go through. We've got plus the CX stuff, which I have from since May, so it's going to be a really crazy schedule pickup videos. But anyway guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time.